See, the thing is, uncertainty is the safe place. Here's how I'm advising you about it. Certainty means the ever-repeating known. The ever-repeating known. I have a formula. I've got the formula down. I get up at 5. I brush my teeth. I do this thing. I do that thing. And then I go for a run for exactly 1,000 steps. And then after the 1,000 steps, I come back and, I allow myself a little bit of this and I allow myself a bit of that. And I've got the formula down pat. And the thing is that nature is constantly in flux. What is it that is actually appropriate for you to be doing at any given time is a fluctuating question. And unless you are attuned with nature's intelligence, then your little formula is about to get you into trouble. It might be the perfect formula for now, but is it the perfect formula forever? And, so then what in fact you're doing is becoming rigidly attached to specific timings and outcomes, convinced that a formula is the answer. I've got the formula. And the fact is you may not have the formula at all. Perhaps you did once. Perhaps you had rewards that came from that formula that you devised, but times change, environment changes, everything changes, everybody's evolving. It's a constant flow. And so are you able to adjust accordingly? You are stable to the extent that you are able to demonstrate adaptability. What is the exam for stability? It is adaptability. You are stable to the extent that you are also able to show adaptability. So adaptability is the capacity to form your thinking, your behavior, your actions, and so on, to the ever-changing need of the time. Now, when you get stuck in certainty, then that means, you have the ever-repeating known, ever-repeating known, ever-repeating known. An interesting thing to consider. Every thought that we have generates biochemistry. It generates, first of all, brain chemistry, and then it produces biochemistry, and the body behaves accordingly. So if I have angry thoughts, then I'm going to produce angry neurotransmitters, proteins, peptides, that then inform my body biologically to behave like an angry person. If I have fearful thoughts, then the same cascade of events, and I end up with the body of fear. If I have sad thoughts, then the same cascade of events from consciousness into neurotransmission into biology, and my body behaves now as if I'm sad all the time. Like that, the body is a product of thinking. Yesterday's mind is today's body. Today's mind is tomorrow's body. But studies have shown that on average, about 98% of all the thoughts that one had today are the same thoughts one had yesterday. Patterned thinking. And one produces on average somewhere between 60,000 and 100,000 cognitive processes a day. We'll just call those things thoughts. Memories, desires, ideas, all that thoughts, cognitive processes. 60,000 to 100,000 thoughts a day. And 98% of them the same thoughts you had yesterday. That means there's about a 2% originality factor on a daily basis. And what this does is it means that we're recreating the same body over and over and over again because our consciousness becomes the body. But the environment's changing. The world is changing around you. Are you being adaptive or are you being rigid? You're being rigid. You're being rigid because the ever-repeating known. Now, suddenly you find yourself not being able to manage to have relevant behavior, a relevant body with relevant behavior with reference to the ever-changing need of the time. And now you're experiencing uncertainty. Well, let me tell you something. Uncertainty is the safe place. The ever-repeating known represents stagnation. And we know what happens in nature when we see stagnation. It attracts predators. It attracts scavengers. It attracts destruction operators. Stagnation. Ever-repeating known smacks of stagnation. Nature will move on to stagnation to disintegrate it. And so then we have a question of relevance. Nature will support relevant behavior. Nature will not support irrelevant behavior. What is the relevant behavior? Engage in progressive change. Engage in evolution, progressive change. The extent to which you can engage in progressive change and evolution is the extent to which you are relevant. Relevance is granted survival. Relevance is granted survival by nature. Irrelevance is going to attract to itself disintegration. You'll be taken apart to be, have all the parts recycled and made into something else. Maybe a tree or a frog or, some tarmac on an airport runway or something. Just as, our bodies are the disintegrated, our bodies, human bodies, are made up of, this is non-controversial, by the way, our human bodies are made up of mostly the carbon that is the leftover from disintegrated stars. Stars that existed, and then they broke into gases and dust, and then that accumulated in the gravitational field of the Earth. And these human bodies that we have largely are made of that carbon from disintegrated stars. We're a bit of recycling right here. Our bodies are. And so you don't want to be recycled? Get relevant. How do you get relevant? Embrace uncertainty. The ever-repeating known is dangerous. Uncertainty is the safe place. Uncertainty means creativity is coming. Uncertainty means inventiveness is coming. Uncertainty means improvisation is coming. Uncertainty means your creative juices are really going to get stimulated. So welcome it. Embrace it. Embrace the unknown with enthusiasm. Entheos. Theos. Theos, it means God. Enthusiasm in theos means with God. Embrace the unknown with that divine intelligence of yours. Enthusiastically. Engage it. Let it stimulate you. And see what products of creativity are going to arise. That's what I have to say about that.